Just gotten in. He's here for resource guarding with people with dogs, and he's reactive to dogs. He's from a dog pound. He's been there over a year, and when they bring him in and out past to other dogs, he will react and pull and bark and growl, and then he'll redirect on the handler sometimes too. Oh, big yawn. Good boy. But so far, like Poppy, Luca, even the puppy went over there, no reaction so far. Even coming in I think he was a little surprised, But so far, no reaction, which is good. I think he's being on his best behavior because he's in a new place, He did fire off at Basil, but Basil was going from one side of the crate to his other, and so coming up from behind him and just being really, really overly curious or nosy, but he corrected out of it, no problem. Okay. Look at that. I was not expecting that to happen today. Oh. Good. Break. Break. Good. Wait. No. Good. Wait. Good. Oh, shush.
You're going to see the floodgates open up.
Good.
I'm telling you right now, America,
Okay.
Americana,
Okay.
everything having to do with America is going to be front and center.
Good.
You
Okay.
can mark the words here. You can put
Good.
down this time. Barry said, "Oh, advertising is going to turn to."
Somebody did some training with him, or I'm not even going to call it training. Real, come. Good. And they definitely used an e-collar, because if you come here, Ro, if you start manipulating or try to put a collar on him, he does everything in his power to get you to not put it on. He'll run away, he'll lay down, kind of like the stuff he was just doing in there, and then he'll lay down so it's hard for you to and then he won't sit still. But anyways, they brought him here first day. We get the collar on him, and any collar, it doesn't matter. It could be just a regular flat collar, it doesn't matter. So he has an aversive reaction to collars, right? And then I go to start setting his level, right? And I get the collar all the way down to 0. And I start at 1, and I start working my way up. So I'm at 1, I hit the button, and he reacts aversively, right? Very nervous like. And I'm like, that's weird. Not many dogs respond to 1, although some do. So I turn it down to 0. I hit the button again, and I notice he heard the sound of the button being pressed, and then he reacted again as if, like nervous. So there was nothing transmitted. He felt nothing. but he heard the button get pressed and he reacted as if I, went to correct him. And so just now inside, all I have to do is touch the remote and he starts to act like that. Or even just the fact that he knows, like, he knows that I'm gonna, make him get out of the bowl or possibly correct him for doing the wrong thing or something like that, right? So he immediately starts to act nervous. So I gotta kind of change the way, one, he feels, how he feels about the collar, and then two, and maybe three, four, who knows, right? How he feels about doing the work, about me approaching the bowl, about me making him leave the bowl without trying to run away and hide. I'll probably just have to leash him. So he can't run and hide in his crate. He just has to back away, sit, and then I can put, the bologna or whatever, the higher value stuff in the bowl. But right now he's acting just quite nervous about it. And I'm pretty sure that that's due to somebody, probably had an issue, similar issue. They put an e-collar in on him, didn't really work with him with the e-collar, and just started blasting him. Harsh corrections for acting up. But when it comes to like resource guarding and food aggression, if they respect you, they won't resource guard with you. So it would have to be, like he's developing respect for me, obviously, I think somewhat out of fear, but he's going to learn that I'm fair, you know what I mean? I'm not going to just blast him and correct him really harsh, If anything, I want him to listen verbally without me having to do any type of correction. And so I'm going to use low-level corrections, if anything, to get him to back out. Because ultimately, it's about trust and respect, right? And I definitely want him to trust me. So excitement. We want to tone that down. Belagna. Roo, come. Good. Sit. Good. Roo, out. No, out. Good. Roo, come. Close that. Try to make it sit. Roo, sit. No, sit. Good, that's better. Yes. Roo, sit. No, sit. Okay. Roo, sit. So you got vibration. Sit. Good. Wait. Yes. Good. Yes. Now let's wait. Bruce, sit. Good. Yes. Bruce, sit. No, sit. Good. Yes. Bologna sticking to the plate. Good. Wait. Yes. That was a good one. One more piece. You're good. Sit. Wait. Yes. One more piece here. Good. Good boy. Yeah, see, I shouldn't even be able to have my foot here to hold the ball from sliding. I shouldn't be able to touch him without him getting stiff, at the very least. You know, I never advise anyone to just stick your hand in the bowl. You're just asking for trouble. Possession is 9/10 of the law. You know, it's like me sticking my hand in your pocket to take your wallet. How would you feel about that? But if I was begging, maybe I would ask you for $1. Right? You might give it to me. Roo, come, sit. Good boy. Good job. Good boy, Roo. Good. So I'm asking him to step out. But, you know, it's not just because I demand it. You know, I want him to understand that if he steps out, then he's going to get, you know, something a little bit better, a little bit of a treat out of it. And he can get used to the hand going towards the bowl and putting stuff in it, you know. Because a lot of times when people do this, they take it away, which you do at first, you know. Or maybe, you know, who knows, in the past, if he's being aggressive, they just completely take the food away. Roo. I have no idea what he looked like before, but he's chunky. He's what we call a coffee table. Sometimes the pit bulls, when they gain weight, they get like flat. They get flat on the top. And you could just set your drink on them like a coffee table. Right, Roo? Good boy. So they all have their marrow bones. I give them marrow bones usually once to twice a week. Sometimes I give them bully sticks. But usually twice a week they get either bully stick or marrow bone. I've been more doing marrow bones lately because they're actually quite a bit cheaper and they're reusable. And they can digest, as long as it's not cooked, they can digest any bone that they swallow. So that is not anything to be concerned about. If the bone gets like broken in half or something, then I just throw it away. But as long as it's still good, they'll keep chewing on it for days. You know, recreationally, they'll just pick it up and start chewing on it. And then, you know, later this week, I can take and just put some peanut butter inside and then give it to them, and they'll sit there and chill out and chew it for a half hour. It just gets them going. So you can reuse it in that way. Like, you could really pack it, like make a mixture of yogurt and kibble and or peanut butter and kibble and freeze it. You know, really pack it. But like, yogurt is probably better. Peanut butter is pretty rich, and it'll give them the poops if you give them too much of it. But right now they have raw meat. I give it to them frozen, so it lasts them a long time. But it's raw meat, marrow bone. So this guy here, who's resource guardy, food aggressive, I'm just gonna go over to his crate and see what he does. I mean, to be honest with you, if you're giving a dog something like this and you're trying to take it away from them or something like that, you're kind of asking for it. When I give them bones, I don't give them out loose. They all have to go in their crate and chill. And it also gives me, because this will keep them busy for like 2 hours, but it gives me a break. And sometimes I just need a break from dogs. You know, just 2 hours of not hitting my hand with your nose or whatever. Whining and crying and whatever. So we're just gonna go over to them. Make sure we're on here. And just see if my close proximity. No. So that I won't accept. Right? I don't want him to have something like, whether he finds something that he's guarding and you walk by and get nailed or something like that. But a vibration and he dropped and stopped already. Okay, you could have it. You could have it. Just can't crawl. You see anybody else here? See how he didn't stop chewing and get still? He's totally fine. Let's test out the puppy. Oh, the puppy said hello. Mr. Poppy. Not an issue with Poppy. And Luca. You all done, Luca? Oh, you got more marrow in there. You got more marrow in there, Luca. I just went down the line and I look over and he still didn't go back to his bone yet. Which is fine. It's not that he can't have it, right? It's just he has to figure that out on his own. I can't reason with him. He's a dog, right? There he goes. Now he's looking at it. I'm not saying you can't have it. I'm saying you can't do that when I come up to the crate or walk by. So I'm just gonna let him get more into it. The longer I let him get into it, the more likely he is to resource guard. Right now, if I went over there, he would probably instantly just back away. But I want him to be like super intent and focused on it. He's outside for a bit.
Healthy,
What you got?
functioning neighborhoods
What you got, Roo?
with a higher
What you
order
got?
understanding, where they work
Ruru.
towards a higher order.
You got
Now,
something?
they don't need government. Now, government's in
He's
the
shaking a little bit.
government is an impediment to those people. And so you gotta be
Good.
you
Good
gotta
boy,
be
bro.
watching.
You zooming out? Are you zooming out? Are you zooming out? Ah, there's your butt. There's your butt. Oh my goodness. Now you've got a piece of stick. Where's that bone? Where is it? Go get that bone. Good boy. Roo, drop. Drop. No. Drop. Sit. No. Good. Stay. Ready? Yes. Good boy. Good boy. This dog's a mental case. Okay. He dropped a treat. It was like right in front of him and he couldn't find it and I kept pointing at it. And then when he found it, he got so happy he just freaking did 2 laps around the yard. So he's super head shy. So what I'm doing is drawing him in to touch on my hand, pet his face, and then I'm marking it yes. Good. Yes. I'm trying to keep his head up. I could do it down here. I don't know if you'll see it. Yes. I'm trying to keep his head up because no. It's right there. Did you find it? Yep. Because I want more eye contact from him. No. Yes. Good. You're dirty. How'd you get me so dirty? Yes. Good boy. Good. He has a hard time with people touching his head. Normally I call these butt dogs, but he will touch your hand to move it over to his butt. But if you go to reach for good. If you go to reach for sit. If you go to reach for his face or his head, he backs away. And he's not doing it necessarily because of the butt scratch. He wants the attention and the touch, just not on the head, so he gives you the butt. Yes. Good. Good boy. So I want to get him used to being touched in the head and the face and the neck. Leave it. Yes. Good boy. Good boy. Without giving me the butt. Good job. Because he has a heck of a time getting a leash put on or a collar put on. Yes. Good job. And he doesn't give you a lot of face contact and eye contact because it's always the butt. It's always the butt. Huh. Leave it. Yes. Good boy. Good boy. And start to do more reaching too. Yes. Good. Good boy. No. Sit. Super duper food motivated, so I gotta put the treats down because if they're in my other hand it's too distracting. Yes. Good job. Good boy. Yes. Good. Good. He's pretty gentle too. Sometimes he's really, really dainty. No. I was just telling him how good you are. Yes. Good. Let's see if I can get some eye contact from him. Look. Yes. Good. Good boy. Look. Yes. Good. Good boy. He actually really likes it. Like if you're patting him from behind, you can work your way up to touch him, right? But a lot of times if you do that, he just automatically gives you the butt or he shies away. Like that. He just gives you the butt. And there's definitely a spot right there. Yeah, see? You care for that. But there's definitely a spot that he gets. Oh, there he goes. You can't see him, but he's leaning right into it. Sit. Look. Yes. Good job. Oh, that spot. Oh, that's under the collar, huh? Oh, yeah. Good boy. Look. Yes. Good boy. Good boy. We're just doing this to change the association he has. Look. Yes. Good. I don't know what was in his past, you know? Other than he's been at the dog pound for a year and a quarter. No, you sucker. Off. Oh, excuse me. Look. No, look. Yes. You know, I know somebody, did some work with him and stuff. He's actually really good at kind of like competitive obedience. Good job. Look. Yes. Good boy. That's it. All done. Oh, go on. Oh, come on. You did a good job. Yes, you did. Good. There's your face. There's your face, buddy. Good boy. Good. He has to sit and wait and be calm while I prepare the food because he does boing around. He gets super excited. Wait. Cool. Rue, sit. No, sit. Good. Good boy. Okay, got all this chicken or duck or whatever it is, huh, Rue? Roo, sit. Good. Wait. Yes. Blah, blah, blah. Roo, sit. No, sit. Good. Yes. Roo, sit. Good. Yes. Roo, sit. Good. Yes. Good. No. You all done? Good boy. Good boy. Oh, there's your butt. There's your butt. I want your face. Roo. Sit. Stay. No. Stay. Good. Good boy. That's a good boy, Roo. That's a good boy. Oh my goodness, Roo. Good. Roo, come. No, here. Good boy. Roo, here. No, here. Where's your face? Where's your face, Roo? There's your face. Good boy. Oh, good boy. Good boy. Hey, we gotta make it a little smaller, huh, Roo? Roo, come. Sit. Good boy. Good. Oh, good. Good. Sit. No. Right here. Sit. Good. Good boy. That's a good boy. Sit. Roo. Sit. Good. Good boy. See you, good boy. Roo, here, sit. Good. Good boy. I just want to let him get used to it. Stay. Good, without actually putting it out. I want him to learn to trust it. Not everything we do is a trick or a trap. Right, Roo? Right, Roo? Oh my goodness. Sit. Good. Stay. Good boy. So once again, we're changing the changing the way he feels about the approach of having a collar put on. Good boy. Where's that spot? Where's that spot? Is it right there? There it is. There it is. Good. Want it again? You want it again? Oh my goodness. Good boy. Just need to get it a little bit further around him. Good boy. That was a good one. Yes, it was. Yes. Oh my goodness. Oh, really? Back to the butt again, huh? Roo, come here. Sit. Good. Stay. Good. He still turns his head away, but good. Oh, good boy. Good boy. Rue, come. Right here. Sit. Good. No, sit. Stay. Good boy. Yes, that's a good one. That's a good one, Rue. Oh, good job. Do you want to do again, Rue? Do you want more? Oh, good boy. Good boy. Good boy. Came in for that one. Do you want more? Rue, you want more? Oh my goodness. This one. Rue, here? Hey, sit. Good. Good boy. Good boy. Good. You want more? Stay. Good. Good boy. No. Actually fit pretty good. Good. Good boy, Rue. Good boy. Oh my goodness, do you look so handsome? Do you look so handsome? You got a new collar? You got a new collar. Yes, you do, huh? What a handsome fella. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. You know, when he first got here, because of his size, he's a bit chunky. I just had this idea in my head that he was like an older dog, you know? But his teeth are impeccable. Like there's no tartar at all on his teeth, and they're nice and white. I'd have to peg him for probably under 3, you know. I mean, I know he's been at that pound for 1.25 years, so I would guess maybe he was 1 year when they got him, you know, somewhere around there. But he's losing some weight, huh? You're losing some weight. Try to get him less coffee table-ish, right? You get this flat spot. We wanna see your shape, huh? We wanna see your shape. He's got pretty good tone, you know. A few more pounds and he's gonna look really good. I think that'll help you, huh? That'll help you. You stay this big, you're gonna start to have some sore joints in a few years. All right, pop up. Oh my, he's a good boy. His coat is getting better too. Used to be if I did this or scratched, I'd, you know, get like a big kind of, you can see a little bit, but it was a lot more like dusty hair, you know, all the old dry hair. But he feels more sleek. He's shinier. Oh, Papa. Oh, Papa. Too much junk food, that's why. Too much junk food, bad food, whether it's bad kibbles or too much junk food, all the food coloring and other crap that's in that stuff. Usually going to show itself through the skin and the coat and the ears. You'll get more ear infections, more rashes. And some people, you know, might even have allergy issues and go for a long time and many vet visits and tests before they figure it out. But it's usually the food, so try something else. Now that he's on better food, it's really, it's really starting to show. Well, I don't know actually what he was eating before, but I do know his poop was quite mushy poops, and sometimes very difficult to pick up, and now it's quite solid. So now that he's on Victor, I don't think that's what he was on before. Typically at a pound, whatever gets donated to them, they just mix it up into a bin, and you know, that's what they feed. But who knows? When they sent me food for him, they did send Victor, and I don't know if it's because that's what I use or if that's what he's always been on, but it seems like it can't be, because there's definite difference in his poop now. And immediately the color, everything, you know what I it could be all the treats, you know, made it softer and, you know, a little bit, you know, change the color of it and all that, but it's hard to say. It was mushy for, you know, even after changing the food, it still remained mushy. So I been giving him probiotics, and ever since, you know, the probiotics, it's been much better. Totally solid now. Good sized lump there. Scar too. I wonder what that's from. You got a big lumpy scar? You got a big lumpy scar? Oh my goodness. That's such a good boy. You're such a good boy. As far as the dogs go, he does play this little game sometimes where he's got his chew toy and he pushes it outside of his crate and waits for somebody to come by to, like, you know, try to check it out or something, and then he huffs. But nothing major. Out here, he hasn't displayed any kind of aggression. Nobody else is really concerned about him. I would say Eddie isn't so interested in him. Maybe because of the, I think it was like the first day he huffed at Eddie for going near his crate. But other than that, you know, Poppy's mildly interested. They all come over and say hi, but they don't really play with him. Luca plays with him. Aspen, who's here, plays with him, and the puppy plays with him. He's been very good with the puppy. Very, like, patient and gentle, and, you know, very good with the puppy. The puppy can go up to his crate. He could touch the toy, take the toy away, and he doesn't do anything. The only time he's ever given the puppy any jive was like 3 o'clock in the morning, and I think he was probably just, you know, sleeping mostly. But I'm gonna let him out with the dogs now because he's got a lot of restrictions. They say, you know, because he's had reactivity in his kennel, probably in a similar way that he's had here, they think he's, you know, dog aggressive or dog selective. I don't see any evidence of any kind of fights from him. No scars, no gray hairs, nothing like that. I haven't seen any evidence of aggression out here. He's pretty chill usually. He doesn't even get too overly excited. Well, we got the boys out. I figured he'd be thirsty. I've had him out here while I've been bringing the dogs out for a couple hours. big difference with Eddie from the last introduction that we did. Eddie's not really feeling the need to dominate or control him at this point. Oh, wipe out. I don't know if you saw that. Good. Good boy, Ro. No. That was very good so far. So he got a vibration he went over to smell Eddie, and then he smelled his junk, and then he started air humping, and then he tried to mount. So he got a vibration for that. He stopped immediately, and as I approached, he sat. So let's see if he starts it again. When working with a dog with the e-collar who has, you know, some trust issues and such, it really helps to work with the other dogs, because I could correct him and he knows, like, oh yeah, I totally deserve that, I had that coming. Pretty good. I mean, he's not, you know, in your face or anything. So far, one correction for trying to hump. You know, I can trust these two guys. They're not gonna try that stuff. You being so regal, Edward. Do you know that? Do you know that? Because of the resource guarding, I removed all the toys from the yard. And then, you know, we'll see how they do as far as water goes. So far, nobody's bothered him while he's been drinking, but very good. He's getting a little excited. Let's see if he gets all humpy again. Checked in a little bit. Yeah, really, nothing, no warnings to speak of. Oh, trayish blowing around. No. So you got a correction for that. Very good. Very good. So absolutely, this dog can definitely live with another dog and bond. 100%. You know, if you're concerned about resources, I don't want to put anyone in danger here, so it's not like I'm going to give him a marrow bone. And when you do stuff like that, just put him in the crate. You know, you can feed them separately, whatever. Honestly, I don't think it would be an issue, as long as all the dogs know not to approach, you know, the bowl when eating, or sometimes they'll even guard the empty bowl. But we'll see how he does moving forward. He's respectful with me, so that's great. It doesn't take much to change his tune, so that's both with the dogs and with the food, and And even I've given him bully sticks and marrow bones, and I go up to his crate, start talking to him, touch his crate, all that good stuff. He's never fired off when he's had something like high value even. So I don't see it as an issue. You know, sometimes resource guarding goes really easy. Sometimes it's a symptom of something else. But would I consider him a resource guarder? Not at all, not even. If I can pet him while he's eating and he doesn't stiffen up and get all still and side-eye me and all that stuff, then he's not resource guarding. Right, Pop Up? There we go. So he just initiated play, just maybe like 30 seconds before that one. So he's really trying. Maybe we just need a little bit more of a active dog for him. Good boy. Oh, yeah, for the most part uneventful. Probably I had them all out for quite a bit. I'm probably too tired. I think what I may do is a little bit later try with Poppy by himself. Because even if he was going to act up in any way, he corrects so easily that he could get him to stop. I'll use two dogs, especially in the beginning, because, you know, I don't know this dog. If he has any issues with other dogs, at least, you know, he's outnumbered, so he's less likely to act up. So the last greet we did, the dog was super excited dominant, and so they both wanted to tell that dog to calm down. You can see a huge difference in the way they're greeting this dog, because he doesn't have that excitement or that dominance. He had a nap. He was snoring. He was tired. But this is him straight out of the gate. After getting rested up, having a meal. There we go. Ah, Poppy. Poppy bailed. Oh, there he goes. Very hoppy. Maybe that's what they meant. Little tiny hops, little play hops. more of like a runner, you know, running and hopping, and doesn't really seem like much of a wrestler. There's a bit of shit talking there from Poppy. Poppy, no. It does get a little vocal. Good boy. Oh my goodness.